Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geeks, where we encourage you to stay geeked. It is a man trying to get his mic fixed, and the man also feeling like a Master Chief this morning. It is your boy, Real.
It's your boy Will.
Yes, sir, man. You guys already know how we do this, man. If you don't, we definitely encourage you to hit that subscribe button, man, and join all the geekness in the world with us, man, here on every Saturday morning. And also, please, everybody, hit that like button, man. Help us grow this thing, man, as we try to make it to our first goal of our first 100 subscribers to the channel, man. All right, cuz, you ready to get into it, man?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Listen, I think we finally got some great news that came down here over the past week here, cuz something I think the fans have been clamoring for, something the fans have been wanting, and I think Marvel finally gave it to us. But why did they give it to us? We're gonna get into that here, man. And that is this news here, cuz. So the Netflix Marvel shows are now officially canon to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Cuz what you talking about? Hey, listen, man. This is something that has been rumored here for a while now. And we finally got the confirmation, man. I know there was a lot of times that Marvel was trying to say that they weren't, but I think now they went on ahead and said, "Yes, sir, it is official. It has now been confirmed. Is it officially now part of Marvel Cinematic Universe?" So let me read this quote, man, from our own Kingpin himself. He says, "Originally understood to be its own standalone universe, D'Onofrio revealed that the Marvel Studios initially had no plans to integrate aspects of the Netflix Daredevil into the MCU canon, focusing solely on Kingpin and Daredevil. During our restart of all the creative on the on other. Sorry, start that over. During our restart of all the creative on Daredevil, Born Again, all the creatives got together and said, "Look, this is how we're got to do it now." So we are not for sure only speaking about it in terms of being directly connected to the original Daredevil, and that's a great thing. So yeah, man. Like I said, man, we've been talking about this for a while. Like I said, speculating. People been kind of hoping that this would be the case. We finally got the confirmation. So from what it sound, from what it, a lot of, but to kind of dive deeper into it, when they went back, Kevin Feige and some other people went back and looked at Daredevil Born Again when they started shooting. Remember we talked about that? They started shot like 1/4 of it.
Yeah.
They weren't happy with it. They weren't happy with the script. Decided to scrap it. It started to start all over. That was when they decided that they were going to go ahead and go forward with just connecting the Netflix shows to the MCU because they saw that they worked.
Yeah.
And so why mess with something that does not work? If you already got the Kingpin, you already got the Daredevil from the Netflix shows, go ahead and just say it's canon, right?
Exactly.
So that's what they were saying. Kind of change their decision on it, man. And I mean, good or bad. I mean, we're gonna see, but I know a lot of people are happy today, man. So let me get your opinion on it, man. What was your thoughts on this when this happened? And we gonna get into another part of this first segment here in a little bit, but I'm gonna get your opinion on this.
When it first came out, I was hoping that they would make it official, just because the Netflix portion was so good. The ABC stuff, like your Agents of Shield and stuff, I don't care about that. I never watched it.
Keep
That
that over
or
there. Keep that over there. Don't bring that over
all
here.
that stuff I did not watch. But the Netflix stuff, oh yeah, I stayed up on that. That stuff was
Hold
fire.
on. You didn't watch Inhumans? Why? Cuz what are you talking about? Dang.
My time was more important than the humans.
Right?
But no, the that Netflix stuff, it was well done. The shows, like the writing, the action outside of and the acting outside of Danny Rand was phenomenal. Uh, so for them to finally pull it into the MCU, which gives us the type of Daredevil that we want. It also gives us the type of Punisher that we want as well, the Dark Punisher. So it's, and like for him, like John Berthal, he said he wanted as close to comic book realistic as possible. Same thing for Daredevil, having it grounded as well. So You bring in part of the MCU that was successful with the people that made it successful and pull it into the MCU during the time that it was during the time while it's struggling. So it's great timing to pull that success into it to be able to help grow it. So yeah, I have no issue with them finally making it. Can I just wish they would have did it sooner? But hey, better late than never, especially during this time of the struggles of the MCU.
Listen, like you said, better late than never. It's not
Hmm.
like they dropped something
Yeah,
already. It was bad, and it's like, okay, guys, we gotta backtrack like they DC or somebody, right?
yeah, exactly.
So I'm glad, like you said, I'm glad they caught it now.
Hmm.
I'm really, really glad that Kevin Feige and them caught the Daredevil show before they continued.
That part.
Because listen, I'm telling you, we talked about this before. If they had a if they had to drop that Daredevil show and it was not good, bro, you were gonna see a lot of mad fans out there, bro. So I'm
I
glad
put
they
it
caught
in
it.
my mind.
Oh man, bro, I'm glad they caught it. And in that
Hmm.
way, like I said, we talked about this. I think you said this before. Take on the good things that worked.
Hmm.
Leave the bad things that didn't work.
Yeah,
A la what's the name? Finn
yeah,
Jones of Danny Rand
yeah.
of Iron Fist. But um you kind of also touched on the fact that, you talk about John Bernthal, being the Punisher.
Hmm.
It has not been 1,000,000% confirmed, but I think it's starting to kind of like,
It worked that way.
go toward that way that he's gonna be back.
Yeah,
Um I haven't heard anything else about like Jessica Jones or Luke Cage, just Michael Coulter and I can't think of the lady's name right now. Why am I blanking on her name? That played Jessica Jones. I can't think of her name right now. I apologize, I'm blanking on that woman's name. Um, but yeah, like I haven't heard anything about them. Bro, I'm willing to put your house on it because they
Christian Ritter.
thank Christian Ritter. I don't know why I blanked on her name. Um, I'm willing to put your house on it because they're not bringing back Finn Jones, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think they bring back Finn Jones. I think that's the one thing everybody can understand, man, is hey, if you don't bring back the guy who played Iron Fist, I told you before, I think Iron Fist is gonna be in the MCU.
yeah,
I think it's gonna happen, especially with them going the street level way. You know what I mean? Here,
yeah,
really building up Kingpin as the Thanos guy, or whatever.
yeah,
And I really think that the street level is gonna be the new phase of Marvel
yeah,
after this whole multiverse saga, whatever you want to call it. But
yeah,
I think they're gonna go the street level way, bro. You're gonna start seeing a lot of those, the Iron Fist and the Luke Cages of the world. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
like I said, hey, we've been wanting it. Which, for one thing, too, is like I don't understand why Marvel didn't understand why the fans kept asking. It's like, bro, you literally got the exact same guy to play Daredevil and the exact
hmm,
same guy who played Kingpin
yeah,
in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. People are going to ask questions, bro.
yeah,
So, like I said, they they finally went on ahead and said, hey, if it works, let's just go with it.
yeah,
They're gonna build. I don't to be honest with you, cuz I don't think they're going to be exactly like they were in the Netflix series. I think he's gonna be Marvel-fied a little bit. Like, I think they're
yeah,
gonna take elements from it, the
yeah,
good stuff, but I think they're gonna kind of tweak them. Like Kingpin is strong as I don't know what, bro. Like
yeah,
he's strong in the comics. They're gonna make him strong in Marvel, right? But they're gonna
yeah,
still kind of keep him grounded a little bit.
yeah,
Uh, you saw Daredevil in Echo, right? He was doing the flipping and all that stuff. He flipped over that cage or whatever.
yeah,
Like I think he's gonna still be like Daredevil in Netflix, mixed in with a little bit of Daredevil and She-Hulk,
yeah,
which I'm cool with that, right?
hmm,
Brighten that suit up, we good to go. I'm all there. I'm there for it.
yeah,
But yeah. Let me ask you a question, man. Talking about the overall MCU Netflix series, is right,
yeah.
and them coming into the MCU. What are some aspects of the MCU Netflix shows that you want to bring into Marvel, and what are some you don't want to bring into Marvel?
Uh, with them doing street level, it would have to. I do want each of the main stars outside of Danny Rand. I want them back. Uh, the trying to think.
I wonder if
It was
Colleen gonna come back from Denny Rand, because I know she was. I know she had like said like a few years back she would like to come back.
yeah. That's who. Like I legit want everybody other than Danny Rand. They also said what so we already lost what's his name had already died in it. with it being and I saw somebody talk about it as well. Mahershala Ali's character.
Oh, Cottonmouth.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so Cottonmouth. So I don't see them resurrecting him, which would have been dope if he was still around, especially for the movie.
but remember he's
Um,
Blade now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's gonna that would make it difficult. Uh, yeah, so like this certain. I mean, like I would have no issue just moving like this because for me it was hard to see. I would have to just go back and rewatch it just to look for the bad parts of like your Daredevil, even like Jessica Jones. I would want Mr. Purple in it. That guy, he was fantastic.
Oh, it's over the Purple Man.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
Wait, did he
Uh,
die?
he did, but that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay,
I
okay.
want him back.
Oh, right. I
Yeah,
heard you. Yeah.
yeah. But bring him back. The because that's part of the MCU. Like I need great villains, I need great villains in the movies.
And there is
And
storyline in the comics where he kind of controls some folks, man, like the Avengers and all that stuff. So yeah,
exactly, um, the I love the street level of man, Jesus. Like that's a hard question. Like what to pull out, what to like. That's
so for me, I would like Punisher's grittiness, but I don't think that's gonna probably be the one character that's gonna be interesting to see how
mhm,
they handle. Because wait, remember we supposed to get this gritty,
yeah,
cover your kids' eyes, Echo, and that was
anything but
now. If you telling me you can do Punisher like that and get away with it, then okay, you know what I mean.
yeah,
Like you don't have to necessarily make Punisher rated R or whatever, but yeah, if you call Echo so gritty that you got to cover your kids' eyes and all that stuff, and
yeah,
change the setting on your TV and all that other type of stuff, then I think Punisher can get away with that, man. I just hope that they don't do it like well, he was okay. I mean, it's a cult classic now, but remember the original
yeah,
Punisher with was it Thomas Jane or whatever back in like what
yeah,
was that like early 2000s or whatever? They had John
yeah,
Travolta and all that in it. Like
yeah. That's fantastic.
just don't make it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I'll
didn't really
shoot him
feel.
up.
Yeah, I didn't really feel like that was too punishery. You
Yeah,
know,
that was just shoot him up.
the show was way better than anything they ever dropped on the movie theaters. But
Yeah,
I mean, I know a lot of people will probably talk about Punisher Warzone. They'll probably say that was I mean that was bloody.
yeah, yeah,
R.I.P. to Ray Stevenson. But
yeah,
yeah, yeah, I would say I would say bring. I don't know how you would do Luke Cage's like main character, like you said, because Cottonmouth is gone, Diamond Head's gone.
yeah.
Um, now, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you think that they are going to now have the Defenders officially in MCU? Is that whole Defenders thing still a thing?
I would think so. That would have to be part of it as well. Yeah, they only had the short run, but I would think that would have to be part of it as well. I think that would be their street level Avengers.
That's what
Um,
I'm thinking. Yeah,
like the because that would be just major events happening. But yeah, I would think because I would think that people would have just your casual fans will have a better idea and following of the Defenders than what they have done when it comes to the more recent people uh, that's on Disney Plus. Just because the Netflix Defenders and their shows has been out for so long that I believe that they've had a chance to actually watch them. It's not just us, the ones who go watch every show or most shows and go see every movie that they drop have are the only ones that's seen it. So I think the Defenders would be a great one to bring back, especially for your street level. Because if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So you have to bring them with it as well.
I'm about to say because originally the Defenders in the comics was ran by Doctor Strange.
Hmm.
I think it had like Silver Surfer in the team and all that stuff. And I don't think they're gonna go that route because they're talking about doing the Midnight Suns and all that, and I think they're gonna have like Strange and them kind of
Over
attached to
there.
the Midnight Suns and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I could see them keeping the Defender name. So you're gonna have the Avengers and the Defenders
Yeah.
in the MCU. That now, hopefully they don't like change some things up with that and say like, oh, we don't want to confuse the people or whatever. Like, bro, I think people are smart enough to know which the difference or whatever, right?
Exactly. Like you got the global events and your New York events.
Exactly. So yeah, man. Like I said, this is great news for the fans, man. I just hope that it don't come back and bite. I hope Marvel treats it right.
Yeah, that
Like I
part.
said, man, you got a lot of the people coming back. You got Karen and Foggy finally coming back. So shout out to
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Once they did that, I think a lot of people kind of understood too. Like, yeah, this is canon. This
yeah,
is canon. So man, shout out to them, man. So now when you watch the Netflix shows, you can kind of say, okay, you feel like it's part of the overall arcing story of the MCU. Because I know at one point, remember when they had the dusting and all that stuff,
yeah,
and they still had the shows going on.
yeah,
You know, you didn't, or I think it was a dusting. I remember saying like I wonder they're gonna kind of touch on that in this show, and they completely. I think it was the Iron Fist show, season 2. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
they didn't touch on it at all or whatever. So,
Nah,
um, I mean, or the Defenders, one of them. I can't remember which one it was. I was like, I wonder if they're gonna touch on that, but they didn't touch on it. So I think that's why at that point they were like, okay, you know what? We'll keep them separate. Like D'Onofrio just said there in that quote.
yeah.
They thought that they were gonna go ahead and just keep them separate or whatever, and now
They not
voila.
do. It's like, nah, we need y'all. So come on through.
Yeah, we definitely need y'all, man, because we struggling with ideas on this thing, man.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, man, that's all I pretty much got on that story, man. Like I said, I'm just, excuse me, just glad that it finally came out, man. It finally confirmed that it's part of the MCU.
yeah.
All right,
Needed.
man. You ready to get to the next segment here, man?
Yeah, man. I'm always ready.
You ready to get to the quick hits?
Yeah,
All right, man. We got some more Marvel news, man. I think a lot of it's tied to the whole cinematic universe. Let's get to it. Vincent D'Onofrio says Daredevil Born Again is days away from resuming filming. He also says that the series will film entirely in New York. That's good news, cuz.
yeah.
Which not surprised. I mean,
Nah,
he's not like he's a global superhero, bro.
yeah,
He takes care of Hell's Kitchen,
yeah,
New York.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm not surprised by this, man. But this is good news though. Hopefully this means they got everything kind of
Cleaned up.
you got cleaned up or whatever. So when does it come out? Like next year?
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, I ain't too much to talk about with that one. We're just happy that they're finally getting it. It means that they got everything squared away now. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
All right,
it was kind of made me kind of nervous originally when they said how much that they had to clean up, but now it's like, okay, about time.
bro.
You
Listen,
know?
as long as it wasn't one of those cases where okay, they got like through like 1/4 of it, and then they was like, okay, we're just gonna keep going, but we're just gonna tweak some things along the way. And then when
Yeah,
you watch it, you can kind of feel where they kind of change things at. I'm kind of
yeah,
glad they're not going that route. Listen, if you feel like it was not good enough, just completely scrap it and start over. You're not that far in, right?
yeah,
So just scrap it, start over, get new writers, whatever you're gonna do. Make sure you
hmm,
got your idea. Like Kevin Feige, keep your eye on this.
yeah,
Make sure that is everything, all your T's are crossed and all your I's are dotted, and then we can go forward with this, man. Like, don't just go put it out, just be putting something out, man. Like, and I'm glad they did this with Daredevil, man. Cause like I said, he's a character that a lot of people love.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? And so
absolutely,
they didn't want to like tarnish that, man, with just going forward and then, like I said, just tweak things as they go forward or whatever, right? So
yeah.
I'm cool with it, man. But yeah, here's another one here. Marvel Studios cut most of Daredevil's scenes from Echo, cuz.
It was just crazy. I remember them talking about like 6 minutes, and then by the end of the fight, it was like,
Yeah, so
this is supposed to be 6 minutes. Where's my
I didn't even hear about that. But he said I didn't hear about the 6 minute part. But
Yeah,
according to insiders, Marvel Studios cut the majority of Daredevil scenes from Echo. This reduced Matt Murdock's appearance to a 2 minute fight sequence during the first episode. Daredevil was originally planned to have a larger role in a series which spanned over multiple episodes, cuz.
bruh.
Bruh. Oh my god. Ah, man.
Yeah.
You said 6 minutes, bro. They talking about six
Yeah.
episodes, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Like the what I saw, I didn't know it was supposed to
Jesus,
be
man.
multiple episodes. What saw was that he was going to be in the first episode, and
Yeah,
him and Echo were supposed to fight for 6 minutes. It's like my dog. I was ready for that. And
I
by
did
the end
not.
of
Did you
this
tell me about
episode,
that? Did you send me
yeah,
something about that? Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you
It
get so
was
much
it was
stuff,
like
man. I
a
just probably
quick
forgot.
snippet. Yeah, it was a quick snippet.
Dang, boy. Like,
Yeah,
this completely changed everything. You said you sent me something. He gonna supposed to fight for 6 minutes. They talking about he supposed to be in the whole entire series, man. Which, listen,
yeah,
I to be honest with you, I'm not mad that he wasn't. I mean, yeah, you
no,
probably, I don't know. People are like, oh, no, I want to see more Daredevil. But listen, it's her show. I'm not mad
yeah,
about it. Like, if they
yeah,
said like, okay, we're gonna have him in here saying hi and then walking off the screen, I'm cool with that. Long we got to see him on the screen or whatever, I'm
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Like, I understand. I'm mature enough to understand. Like, yo, that's her show. I
yeah.
really feel like if he was in the show, I think it would have took away from her.
He would have
It
been
would it
dominating.
would have took away from her. Let's just be honest, bro. So
Yeah,
that's why I say I'm not mad about the fact that he wasn't in there in more episodes or whatever. I'm cool.
yeah,
Now I am mad that we didn't get that longer fight scene because I felt that fight scene was like this, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, like, because remember to think about that. I mean, we talked about this, that opening episode with that her version of the hallway scene was
yeah.
very short, bro. It was very short. If you go back and look at season 1 and 2, shoot, even season 3 when he had the prison, he broke out of prison or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Every last one of those hallway scenes were
Hmm.
very long,
Yeah.
and so hers felt like it was a real quick snippet, probably like 2-3 minutes or whatever in the episode or whatever. She really
Yeah.
didn't do that much. Because remember the guys that she went in there with the Kingpin guys, they went
Yeah.
in there and started shooting. She standing there looking, they panning around the room and see the guys getting shot and thrown over desk and all that stuff. Then that one dude jumped at her. She was struggling a little bit. Finally got him off of it and killed him or whatever. And then she sat there for a little bit. And then she got up, went back to the room. That's when Daredevil came out of there.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that wasn't really like it probably be her version of the hallway scene, but it wasn't really like it didn't feel nothing like any of them hallway scenes in Daredevil. And Daredevil had 3 good ones in each one of his seasons, bro. So I just, yeah, man, I would have loved. I'm with you. I would have loved to have seen that. I can't say we'll get a director's cut because it's a show, but maybe they'll release it like on YouTube or someone like on Disney Plus or something, the
Yeah.
longer version. But that'd be nice. Oh, good. It's gonna get you right here, man. Jesse Eisenberg gives advice to Nicholas Holt on playing Lex Luthor. Jesse has given Nicholas Holt advice on playing Lex Luthor in the DCU. He says, jokingly stating, quote, unquote, do not watch me. Eisenberg has received mass backlash for his portrayal of the character in the past. That's an overstatement.
Yeah.
Um, what's your thoughts on that, man?
Take him up to his word. Don't watch him.
Don't you do? Don't you?
Man.
Don't you
You
do
got
it?
you got what is it, from Smallville to
Oh,
Superman,
what's that boy name, man? I blank. Michael
Rosenberg.
Rosenbaum. Yeah, Michael
Yeah,
Rosenbaum. Yeah,
you got all these other characters, actors that you could see. You can even look at the animated versions of
yeah,
Lex Luthor to watch before
yeah. Please
thinking about
watch Clancy Brown voice Lex Luthor in the anime. Yeah, do that, please,
exactly. Like
please.
you can see all these other versions of Lex before getting to Jesse. So no, I agree with him. Don't watch him. Plus, I feel like he's good enough to where he really doesn't, like, he can bring his own thing to it. But also, I wonder what, like, is it going to be the true gangster version or the mastermind
No, it's
Lex
gonna be. I
Luthor?
think it's gonna be the. I think it's gonna be the business mogul.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna
So,
be more like the Lex Luthor from Superman,
yeah.
animated series or Justice League or whatever. That's what I think it's gonna be.
Okay. And
Uh,
I'm okay with that. Like,
yeah,
I
I
feel
am
like that.
too.
So that's what I'm. So I think he'll be able to pull that off, going with that version of Lex. That'd be perfect for him. So yeah, listen to him. Don't watch him. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he does Lex Luthor. What you got?
Yeah, I don't know what Zack Snyder was thinking on that. He said he kind of wanted him to be like Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook. That's what they wanted Lex Luthor to be in his version. I don't know why he
Yeah,
like. Bro, have you not picked up a comic book or looked at an animated anything or whatever, bro? That's not Lex Luthor, bro. I don't know why he got little squiggly, wormy Jesse Eisenberg, bro. That is not
The
Lex.
dude is big.
I
Like,
mean, I don't know, bro. But yeah, no, I agree. Um, I think he's gonna knock it out the park. So what it sounds like, man, I think the actors already have an idea of how they're gonna portray their characters because the woman playing Lois Lane kind of came out and it's described how her Lois Lane is gonna be, and she's gonna go back to the old traditional Lois Lane where it's like, yo, Lois Lane don't give a D, man. She gonna go out and get that story no matter what. It don't matter risking her life or nothing, man. Like she gonna be in your face, all that stuff. Like the Lois Lane we know of, like the Christopher Reeve's Lois Lane. Remember how she was? Very demanding, in your face, very fiery. So
yeah.
that's how she's gonna be, which I'm cool with that. Because no disrespect to Amy Adams, bro, she was just a little meek and timid. Lois, like, that's not Lois, bro. That's not
Nah,
Lois. So I trust James Gunn, portraying these characters a whole lot better than Zack Snyder, bro.
yeah.
But yeah, please don't watch Jesse Eisenberg, bro. Speaking of DC, man, check this out, cuz it's gonna be interesting. DC will make Batman and Superman public domain in 2034. The original version of Batman and Superman will become public domain in 34, 35, meaning anyone can use them without violating copyrights. However, DC's trademarked the terms Man of Steel and Cape Crusader, as well as Superman's S and Batman's logo. Other examples of public domain characters include Mickey Mouse, Winnie the Pooh, and Peter Pan.
It's already been 100 years for them.
I guess so, man. Yeah, remember because Superman was around like in the late 30s. I
Dang, I
think
didn't
Batman.
realize that.
I think Batman was around the early 40s,
Yeah,
I believe.
goodness, I didn't even realize that. That's crazy. They're gonna be public domain. Folks gonna be wilding out.
Bro, you're gonna see so many YouTube videos, bro. Like you already see them, but people kind of like they kind of you know trying not to get in trouble, but now you really, bro, you're gonna start seeing movies now, bro. Like you're gonna see
Yeah,
movies now. Of course, this is not till 10
yeah,
years down the
yeah. We
line
got
or
a
whatever.
decade. Yeah,
Yeah, we got some time or whatever, but still though, it's a thought. The fact that it's gonna be public domain. We just like you said, we like the article there just said, we just got Mickey Mouse
yeah.
being public domain. I already got a scary movie of him coming out.
That was quick.
Yeah.
He became was it Riverboat
Oh yeah.
something?
Riverboat Willie.
Yeah. Like he dropped on a public domain on a Monday. They had
A
a
trailer out
movie.
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, how I did it that quick?
Like, I was thinking that too. I'm like, bro, how the world did they do this already? Man, they must have already knew this was coming down the pipe, man.
Yeah,
Because like you said,
yeah.
as soon as that dropped, they already had a trailer ready.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's like, how y'all
Scouring the
even know
internet.
like
It's
what
not
day and
official. Yeah, it's not official. It's a bit up. Drop it. Drop a trailer.
hit the
Oh,
button? It's crazy. They had it ready. So I'm interested in seeing how like I said, I know it's a decade, but just the creativity that's going to come off of it, I'm intrigued because it's
yeah,
going to be funny to see.
that is gonna be interesting, bro.
Yeah,
Definitely want
because
to see
like
that.
they immediately dropped a horror film for Winnie the Pooh,
Yeah,
a horror film video game for Steamboat Willie. So it's going to be the same thing for Batman Superman. It's going to be some scary movie with them in it. It's going to be wild.
it is gonna. I can see Bloomhouse somebody doing a Batman movie. That'd be a trip, man. But yeah, man, got this next one coming up here. Sony originally wanted Tom Holland to return for Madam Web. So according to Jeff Snyder, Sony originally planned for Tom Holland Spider-Man to appear in Madam Web. Andrew Garfield was also considered to be the main Spider-Man of the SSU. However, any references to the character in the film was reshot and removed from Sony. Realized that the time period would not line up.
Look at them being smart.
Bruh, you know what's funny too? Like, it didn't take them saying like did they want him in or they didn't want him in. This is like done in like back in the day type thing.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
remember, that's Uncle Ben in the movie.
yeah,
As a young Uncle Ben.
yeah,
So yeah, that wouldn't have lined up. Like I agree with him. Like why did it take
yeah.
them? I don't know. That's crazy. But I know people gonna
But
hear this and lose their minds and stuff. Like, well, you could just kill Spider Man in there. Like if you knew the premise of the movie, it's done before Spider Man was even born. So I can make this makes sense.
yeah,
unless they're gonna be doing like some time hopping or something in the movie. But yeah, like Uncle Ben is in there. Like
Yeah,
he's young. He's a young Uncle Ben.
yeah.
What's old dude name from Parks and Rec? Uh,
The
he was dating he was made the main lady's the blonde hair lady's name in the show. Uh,
oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
it's Adam something.
Yeah, it is Adam.
Okay, we blanking on names, man. It's early, y'all. It's early. But yeah, he's supposed to be Uncle Ben in the movie, and I think he works with Madam
Adam
Web.
Scott.
Adam Scott, thank you. But yeah, he works with Madam Web, I believe, as like a paramedic or whatever.
Ah,
So yeah, in the movie. So
yeah,
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 like
that lined
yeah,
up.
a young Uncle Ben, so that wouldn't have made sense. Like I said, unless they're like time hopping or whatever, but that wouldn't have made sense, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm glad that they did. I'm glad they had somebody in the room was like, "Yo, I don't think this gonna work out," and they started looking at us like, "You right, dog? That's not gonna work."
Nah, it
Uh,
really ain't.
well, I am happy that they actually listened to the calm voice in the room. It's gonna be cool seeing Uncle Ben on the screen without Spider Man. Uh, I'm that makes me even more curious of how this is going to go, with it being so far ahead of time, ahead of
Mhm.
Spider-Man being there. So I'm curious.
Man, and on top of that, I'm kind of glad they didn't go the route of Andrew Garfield getting desperate just to throw a Spider Man in there.
Yeah,
Listen, if Tom Holland is your Spider Man, don't confuse the people by throwing another Spider Man in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind
yeah,
of glad they didn't go that route either. I really hope this movie is good because
yeah, yeah,
yeah, Sony got a lot riding on this. Like I said, you can't have two L's in a row, bro. Morbius was and
yeah,
if you got this, and then you got Craven coming out in October or whatever,
yeah,
bro. You got to hit these, man. You got
yeah.
to.
I need both of these to be like knocked out the park.
Yes, bro.
Especially Craven, like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, like you said, man.
Just because if he's great and then pulling him into the SSU, like, oh man, that'd be fun.
Hope so, bro. Hope so. Um, She-Hulk season 2 likely won't happen as it's too expensive. Cause check this out. Tatiana Musilani says She-Hulk season 2 is unlikely to happen as the first season was too expensive. I don't think so. I think we blew up our budget, and Disney was like, "No thanks." The season 1 budget was reportedly, get this, cuz $225 million for 9 episodes. Cuz
Eesh.
did you hear what I said?
Yeah,
225 million for 9 episodes.
I wonder if it was the animation or the computer animation that blew it up.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of CGI. Remember, you
Yeah,
had Abomination in there,
yeah,
and you had
uh,
She Hulk in there. And, oh yeah, you had the Hulk.
Hulk,
Yeah.
yeah, and then whole sun at the end.
Oh yeah, Hulk son. Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, it had a lot of CGI in it. So yeah, that would do it. It sucks. I was hoping that we would have got a second season just to be able to clean up a lot of stuff. Um, I I enjoyed it, to be honest. Like, I know a lot of people was upset with it, but I enjoyed it. Just having her on the screen, watching her have fun and just beat people up. It was fun. I always enjoy having a Hulk on the screen. Uh, Destroying stuff and beating people up. I've always enjoyed that. So it sucks that we most likely won't get a second season.
I think we'll see her again down the line, probably like a Secret Invasions or something.
Yeah, I can see that.
Um, I mean, this makes sense. Remember, they even made fun of it in the last episode. Remember talking about the budget? Like, yeah, can you transform our screen or
Yeah,
whatever? She
yeah,
was like, she came in there as the She Hulk, and he's like, yeah, and Kevin,
yeah,
like, can you just transform our screen real quick? We're trying to save money on the budget.
yeah,
So they paying back to her as a regular self.
yeah,
So yeah, man. Like I said, they I didn't know it was that much. I thought like yeah, it probably was a little expensive or whatever because
yeah.
of the CGI and everything.
Yeah, that's a
Two
movie.
hundred, bro. That's a movie budget, bro,
Yeah,
and it didn't feel like no movie I was watching.
nah,
Because remember they had that whole fight scene in the first episode with her and her cousin Bruce
yeah,
Banner or whatever, and so man, I whew,
yeah.
220. I mean, I know it's not Lord of the Rings budget, but
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but
I
for a
don't
Disney
think
Plus
anybody
show,
want to get up there.
No, I think everybody's gonna stay away from that. After what happened with Lord of the Rings, bro.
Yeah,
I was really hoping that show was gonna be good, but that's a different story for another day.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I mean, it's understandable, bro. It's understandable. Like you said, you would have probably liked to see them go back and try it again, take some
hmm
of the positives out. No one a lot, but take some of the positives out, and then get
yeah,
rid of some of the negatives or whatever. But I mean, it is what it is. I think, like I said, I think she'll be back, and I think she'll be back in a movie, man, where you can manage the budget a little bit better. Like a
yeah,
$225 million movie is normal. A two
yeah.
hundred twenty-five million dollar show is abnormal.
Especially just for 9 episodes. If
And
it
yeah,
pushes out to like 20, it's like, okay, we could stretch this out. But that still will be expensive, but still, it will give you more leeway.
exactly, bro. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into this next segment, bro. Listen, cuz let the folks at home know what you be watching, man.
The season finale of Reacher came through on Friday, so I had to watch that. It was good, of course. I haven't watched this. Do you believe it's the season finale of Monarch? I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it was season finale. I haven't watched it yet either.
Okay, so yeah, I'll be watching it this weekend. We can talk about that next week. Um, I'm looking forward to that one. The That's really what I've had time to watch was mainly Reacher this past week. It's been a busy week. What you got?
Just finished Reacher last night. There's a show on Netflix, man. You need to watch.
I keep forgetting Percy. I watched Percy.
Oh, I need to get back. I need to finish. We need to get back to that too. I think we're like a couple episodes behind.
Yeah,
Um, bro, you got to watch this show on Netflix called The Brother's Son.
the brother son.
Yeah, the brother's son. SUN. Like, bro, it's so good, bro.
Yeah.
My wife went to sleep on like the first like 2 episodes, and I just went ahead and finished it without her, bro. I told her I'm sorry. I can watch this show, man. It was good. I think it's gonna be a season two, kind of the way it ended. It kind of ended in a way a little bit to where they got it opened up for a season two. I think they
Yeah.
will. 'Cause a lot of people like online, so talking about it. Um, what else? I've been watching something else. Yeah, Reacher, Brother, Son. I started. So I started watching Ted last night.
hmm
The show on Peacock.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this show, man.
It's a
Like
lot.
it feels like he's trying to be too like much like Family Guy. Like he don't do like the cutaway scenes and nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I need to watch it some more to kind of like see how I really feel about it, bro. But I don't know. It's okay. I think I only watched like 3 episodes so far. I think they got all the episodes streamed now on Peacock.
Yeah.
Um, there was something else I was watching, bro. I think did I say I already watched Crisis on Infinite Earths already on last show?
You were saying you're going to watch it. I don't
Okay.
think you watched
Yeah.
it yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. I sure did. Yeah, I finished it though. I finished it. I'm ready for part two because part one felt like it was just getting you ready for part two. I don't know when part two dropping. I haven't seen a date. It just says coming soon. I saw a trailer yesterday. It said coming soon. So
Yeah.
I think it's coming out sometime like this summer, I think. Um, and then oh man, listen, bro. We went to watch The Beekeeper last night.
Mhm. How is it?
Listen, man. Shout out to my wife. I told her I was gonna talk about it. Y'all need to go watch Beekeeper, bro.
hmm
Y'all need to go watch that movie. Is off the chain, bro. Like it's one of them movies. Like you want to go watch a mindless action flick or whatever.
Yeah. This.
Go see it, bro. The
Yeah.
action is off the chain, man. Shout out to Jason Statham, bro. He did his thing in that movie, man. It's crazy, man. The premise is crazy. It's about a guy who's used to be kind of like like a sleeper agent, right?
hmm
They're used to correct things within the government when things go awry. He's retired. Something happens to make him come out of retirement, a la John Wick,
Yeah.
and he goes on a 1-man rampage, bro, and just goes through everybody, bro, everybody, and it's crazy, man. Like I said, we saw that last night, man. The whole movie theater was going crazy in that movie, man. It was wild. So I
Yeah.
definitely recommend y'all go see that movie, man. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got, man. That's all I've been watching.
Okay. You definitely had to put that on list.
Oh man, shout out to Glow Yard member Joe. What's good, Joe? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let me get into Freezy here, man. Oh, he got this for you, cuz.
Nah, you know what we talk about around these parts right
What's that,
here,
man?
Breezy. This is what we got around these parts, Breezy. This
Oh,
is what we do.
hold on. Is that a New York Mets
This
championship hat?
is, nah.
Oh, my bad. I'm
This
sorry.
is what
I
we
didn't see it.
deal with around these
My
parts.
eyes bad, bro. I thought that was a
That's
New York
what we
Mets
deal with
championship.
around
I
these
ain't know.
parts.
I ain't know. Free said I started thinking DC has always been trash, but we had limited competition to them.
Now the comic books and the show's been fantastic because like one of the best cartoons of all time was the Batman animated series. So they've and even Batman Beyond was fantastic. It's just that of lately they've been getting away from a lot of their content and just doing their own thing.
Yeah,
But especially with the movies, they've been getting too far away from it. If they went back to uh, their uh, their content, their comic books, I feel like things will get cleaned up a lot better and easier as well. Because I know you can't bring everything from the comics onto the screen; just it's not possible. But you can bring a lot of the guts of the stuff to the screen, and they haven't been doing that.
no, the real problem is I've said this a million times. The same issue happening right now in Star Wars.
Yeah,
There's no singular vision.
yeah,
They're all over the place and indecisive on things. If one thing don't work, you're scrapping the whole entire thing and starting all over. You don't have a singular vision. It
yeah,
doesn't feel unified, and that's the issue. Like they had Jack Snyder running it, hit a couple bumps.
yeah,
Oh, they start panicking, going in another direction. Now then they had David Goyer running things. Some
yeah,
things didn't go right. Oh my God, Walter Hamada's running things. Some things go wrong. Oh my God, whoever now is running it. You know what I'm saying? Like they just kept doing that, man. They never had a singular vision, which is why Marvel was so successful
hmm
because they had a singular vision. And
yeah,
no
exactly.
matter if something they hit a bump in the road like a Thor 2 or whatever, or
Yeah,
Iron Man 2 or whatever, they didn't deter from their plan. They stuck with it, took the
yeah,
good out and left out the bad. And
yeah,
that's why they were so successful for 10 plus years. And so that's the issue. And look at how Marvel's doing right now. Things just feel discombobulated because they don't have a singular vision anymore. It's that simple. You have a singular vision.
yeah,
Stick with that vision. You map out your vision, which is why I believe in James Gunn running the DC. He's come in, he saw what worked at Marvel, and he's taking those aspects with him to DC.
yeah,
You take that with you to DC. You map out your plan. Now, don't be like how Universal was, where they say, "Oh, yeah, we're gonna come with this movie, that movie." I mean, they did that, but I mean,
yeah,
they're not like putting it all out there like how Universal did when they tried to do their monster universe, and then that just
uh,
completely bombed on the very first movie.
yeah,
They're putting all their resources, they're putting all their energy into Superman Legacy. They got Creature Commandos coming out too. You don't hear that much about it. Why? Because they're putting their effort and their energy into this movie right here. Let's focus on this movie and let's take it step by step.
yeah,
Let's map out, follow the map of our plan. And if the things kind of, we hit a little snag here, a little bump here, we do not panic. We just correct some things and we keep moving forward. It's that
yeah.
simple. It's that simple. Let me see. See, he said, "Damn, Uncle Ben is busy." Yeah, man. They gonna do we're gonna finally see. He said he's driving an ambulance and making rice. Yeah, man. Got to make that money, man, to get Peter through school, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, and in New York City, it's expensive up there.
Oh, then he said this. He said, "What positives? Just
Uh,
asking."
uh,
Uh,
for
Dare, She Hulk,
yeah,
Daredevil.
yeah, yeah. The fighting was fantastic. The what was weird was the Kumbaya circle.
Yeah, that
Uh,
episode where they
yeah,
nerfed the hell out of Abomination, bro. I hated that,
yeah,
man.
yeah. It was to me that kind of feels like what they did with Kingpin. The
That little crybaby.
yeah, put Kingpin in therapy. Like I don't want my Kingpin in therapy. But,
Exactly.
but yeah, but yeah, it had the fighting. She Hulk having fun. Her as a lawyer. Her struggles outside of She Hulk or her transformation was pretty fun to watch. But yeah, it has some small parts of positive. But yeah, with the some of the the abomination was annoying. The Hulk's son was annoying. He was on the screen for like 2 seconds, but like what? we still ain't talked about that like in the movie.
Just
So
come out of nowhere. Hey man, I got a son. Oh, okay. Come on, sit down and eat this some of this barbecue we just made or whatever. Like,
yeah,
man, what
exactly.
are we doing?
So,
What are we doing,
like
bro?
they need to bring back season 2 just for that. Let's expand on the situation.
And then the little Kevin robot was like, "Do you want us to explain it?" Like, no, no, no. Don't worry about it. He's like, "You want to explain why he got a son or whatever it was he said in that episode?" And she's like, "No,
Yeah,
no, just keep going." Like,
yeah, yeah,
so we're not gonna get any explanation. Like I said, it's kind of remind me of Kingpin getting shot in the eye. Nobody explains it, but
yeah, yeah,
oh, it happened in the comics, but it's real life, bro. Like, what? How the hell? How do you have a gun this close to your eye, get shot, and you walk around? Matter of fact, his eye still whole.
yeah. Well,
Now
that's,
he has a scar right here. I'm like, bro,
he's strong now. This is
got you,
stronger
got you.
Kingpin. So
So he's a superhuman now. Got you.
yeah, that,
All right, I got you. Let me see. Then he says, DC from back in the day was trash outside of anything Batman. Yeah, I guess that's subjective. I guess. I mean, I can't say all of it's trash. And then he says, MCU is trash now because they choose Doctor Strange over Iron Man. That's not true. Like, I don't think all of MCU is trash just because they chose one character over another character, bro. That's not why. There's a lot of many. We've talked about this so many times on different
many
shows. I don't want to
areas.
going over it, but there's many a reasons why the MCU is struggling right now. It had nothing to do with the fact that one character got chosen over another character.
Yeah,
Because Doctor Strange only got what 3 movies.
yeah,
You got 10 years worth of movies, so it's not just Doctor Strange. So,
yeah,
but yeah, like I said, it's a plethora of things. The reason why the MCU's been struggling, but it's definitely not. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have had that's one of my reasons why it's struggling.
yeah.
So yeah,
And what's crazy is that they're gonna have to maintain the multiverse because they're doing the mutants. They're bringing the mutants in, and
yeah,
this is what will allow them to bring the mutants in is with the multiverse. So it's gonna be interesting. The yeah having I'm looking forward to them finally having Silver Surfer back on the screen. But yeah, it's going to be the mutants. The mutants is what's going to have to clean up a lot of this. Um, it's they're between the mutants and Fantastic Four. They're going to carry a heavy load of the MCU to clean it up because it's not just them moving it forward. It's they're going to have to use it to pull people back into the movie theaters and then continue having people in the theaters as well. So it's got a lot going on.
yeah. No, I think what's going to end up happening, like you said, the multiverse is going to pull them in, but in the comics with the Secret Wars, a lot of stuff starts collapsing into each other. Like I said, that's how you end up getting Miles Morales in the main MCU.
Yeah,
I mean, in the main 616. So I think this is gonna, like you said, it's gonna give them a chance to bring in the mutants once Secret Wars is over with. I think everything's gonna collapse into itself, and now you're gonna have mutants within our world. So yeah, I could definitely see that. So you said multiverse is outside of Silver Surfer is questionable. We haven't even seen Silver Surfer yet, so that can't be questionable. The multiverse, how they're running the multiverse, yes, is very questionable.
yeah,
They had no direction on that, which is
yeah,
very un-Kevin Feige like. Uh, you had this whole mapped out saga, and yet you didn't really touch on anything multiverse related other than What If, Loki, and Ant-Man Quantumania.
yeah,
Like it, you had no direction with it, which is why, like I just said a minute ago, this is why that's the reason why the MCU is falling apart. You don't have a direction.
yeah.
You don't have a singular direction, which is not like Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige is known for mapping out stuff about 10, 15 years down the line. It
Hmm.
didn't feel like it with this. It felt like you had a lot of hands in a lot of cooks in the kitchen, as if you will,
Yeah,
and it's showing. Which is why they're trying to go back to the drawing board. They're going to use this year here as a way to retool and get things back on track.
yeah,
So get things back to where it was before Kevin Feige literally started running everything.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, let's see. Let me get to this one. He says it's directionless without Tony. Nah, it's directionless
No
without
Brown.
Kevin Feige. Well, yeah, but yeah, I do miss Tony. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's directionless without Kevin Feige. And I really wish what they should do, cause I was thinking about this today or the other day. I was listening to something and somebody kind of said something, kind of got my mind thinking. Matter of fact, we talked about this when Bob Iger said he talked to um, Kevin Feige, right, and told him like, "Yo, we got to scale some things back and all that."
yeah,
And he was saying that he's going to leave it up to Kevin Feige to decide what he wants to do moving forward, as far as like, "Yo, do you want to, you know, you want to continue running things the way you're running it, but of course, it's gonna still change some things. But you gonna continue to run things you're running, or you want to start delegating people to take over certain things, right?
Yeah.
And so I was sitting there thinking, why don't Kevin Feige get somebody that he really trusts, like the way he was about to do with James Gunn?
Yeah.
Get somebody to once you delegate some to somebody to where they can run the TV side,
Yeah.
run you completely focus on. Bro, listen, you got way too much stuff that you have to make. Like we said it a million times with Daredevil, you had to. He literally didn't see the script until they
Yeah.
were 1/4 into the show. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And so
Wow.
like that's why I say like, bro, what you need to do is if you're gonna do it that way, get somebody over the shows and you completely focus on the movies, bro. So that way we know it's in good hands now.
Yeah.
Because you're getting pulled in too many directions, bro. Like I said it before, like I know it's cool that oh man, he get to be over everything. Cause look what he did for the movies. That
Yeah.
sounds good on the surface, bro. But that's a lot for one person, bro. It's a lot for one person.
Yeah.
So it's like you what you need to do is if you're gonna go that route, either or cut back on the shows. No, you know what? Still get somebody over the shows, bro. Who do you
Yeah.
trust to make good decisions? Put them over the shows, man. Put them over the shows. Now you
Yeah.
can still kind of keep your eye on it and see how things are running. Of course, you the boss or whatever, but like that way you don't have to focus all your attention on the shows and on the movies.
Yeah.
You go back to what was working for you. Focus on the movies. Get somebody over the shows. That way it flows a little better.
Yeah.
Y'all come together. Hey, we want this and want that or whatever. Because that's another thing too. I don't want the shows. Let the shows kind of be like, what's the word I'm using? I'm looking for. Um, it's kind of like
Like
what I mean. You talked
uh,
about me.
just
You talked.
being a extra piece to it
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
instead of a
me and you
driver.
said this before. Yeah, exactly. Like me and you said it before. Like we talked about, for example, the
True.
Marvels. A lot of people did not watch those two characters other than Captain Marvel. They didn't watch those characters on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So you had to know who those characters were by watching the shows before you went into the movies.
Yeah.
Don't let the shows hinder people from watching the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying keep it separate. Like it could still be within the universe or whatever. Like I said, like make the shows their own standalone shows, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, if you want to put them in an Avenger movie where they're in the movie with like a Iron Man or somebody, right? I've talked about
Yeah.
that before. That's how DC's kind of going with it now, right? You got
Yeah.
all these obscure characters and they're going to be inside of Superman Legacy. We know who
Yeah.
Superman is. Your mama don't know who Metamorpho is. Your mama don't know who Mr. Terrific is, right? You put
Yeah.
them in the movie, Hawk Girl, whatever, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. They don't know who those people are. So you put those obscure characters in those movies, and then that way people can learn to gradually learn who those people are. So when
Yeah.
they see him in another movie, it's like, oh yeah, that's Metamorpho
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So that's what I kind of want them to do with the shows, right? Don't make it to where like, you know, Hawkeye get a show. You know, Hawkeye gonna be in the movies, so keep him on the movies. Now, if
Yeah.
you want to do somebody like an obscure character, like I'm just throwing an idea out there because I wouldn't mind him being in the movies either. But Iron Fist or something, right?
Yeah.
You want to do an Iron Fist movie, okay? You do that character, do a standalone show. Don't have it connected to nothing. Do a standalone show on Disney Plus. That way, people who want to watch the shows don't feel like, or people who don't want to watch the show don't feel like, damn, I didn't watch Iron Fist on Disney Plus to know
Yeah.
why he in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't continue his story, like Miss Marvel. Don't
Yeah.
continue her story into the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because remember that show went right into the movie. Remember?
Yeah.
And so, like, if I didn't watch the show, I don't know what the heck going on. Why is Captain Marvel in this girl's room? I didn't watch the shows. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
keep that separate. He could be connected, kind of like Echo. Echo is in the MCU, but nothing in her show said, "Damn, I gotta watch Echo to
Yeah.
watch
Be able to
this
see
movie or
something
whatever."
else.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, keep it separate, bro. But
Yeah.
connect it but separate, and that way you won't confuse a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just my little rant.
No, it makes sense. So,
He says, now Peter's no, he's not Doctor Strange Ward, bro.
no, not this time.
Nah, it was just a one time thing. He just needed his help with one thing. Where is Doom? Doctor Strange as the leader sucks. What you talking about?
I think since he's the main, he's supposed to be like the main guy, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but Doctor Doom's a bad guy though. That's two different sides of the spectrum. Freezer, you can't. Who you gonna lead? The Avengers?
And also Doctor Doom. They haven't brought Fantastic Four on the screen yet.
Yeah,
So
they haven't made. They haven't brought in them people in yet.
yeah,
Like Doom was gonna be a Avenger level threat type of bad guy, bro. Like
yeah,
he's his own character. He's Thanos. He's gonna be
yeah.
Thanos.
She,
What
he
else
might
DC
end up
do?
being bigger than Thanos because I think he's going to be around for a lot longer.
I hope so, man. I really hope they don't kill him off. Like say they do. We still don't know what's gonna happen, man. We'll probably get more news, like more concrete news as this year goes on because he got to start filming stuff. So
Yeah,
we'll start kind of getting more concrete news throughout the year. Um, but yeah, I hope I really, 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 really hope they do not kill him off at the end of this saga, bro. I'm gonna be so
yeah.
pissed, cuz like you just don't understand, bro. Tables getting flipped, hands gonna get caught. You understand? Do not do not listen. You know what? Just
No, that's what I said. Like, I agree. Like, it will be upsetting if they do because that's what I meant by him being bigger than Thanos. Thanos was at the point where okay, he's going to end up dying. You know that. But with Doctor Doom, it's like this dude is so intricate with Fantastic Four and so many other areas of the MCU. Like, he has to be around. Like, yes, it might get to the point where he's not the big bad guy anymore for a
but
stretch,
you
but he's
still feel his
around.
presence or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's still around.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like you don't kill him off at all, bro. Like if you're
yeah,
gonna do it, kind of just like keep him, subdued or something or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah.
nah, you right, you right. Pre says think about it. All these great TV shows on multiple platforms, and they can find someone. They can find someone. Uh,
Oh, as far as the next lead, yeah. I mean, like that's where the street level is going to come in. We'll have because it's going to be Kingpin. It's going to be the main villain. Daredevil, Punisher. They'll be the main guys as far as leading that up. As far as the street level. Um, but when it comes to like the big global events and things like that, I believe they still that's where Secret Wars is going to come into play because then we're going to have that's when the mutants and Fantastic Four will be on the screen by then, having to deal with it. So I think by then a lot of it that's why this year is so important for the MCU with the lack of movies that they're coming out this year, it gives them a chance to clean up a lot of stuff, while also preparing for post multiverse. Because like they still haven't decided what they're gonna do with Kang, if they're gonna they haven't, or maybe they have decided, but they haven't said what they're gonna
yeah,
do with
yeah.
Kang. If they're gonna reach change out the character or if they're going to just end it the way that it is. So, and that's a huge part to do because, like they said, they have to clean up the multiverse. They have to prepare for Secret Wars, and they have to get ready to bring mutants and Fantastic Four onto the screen as well. So, other than that's this year's massive. You
Yep.
only got one MCU movie coming out
Yep.
this year.
I
It's
think like three. I think two shows or three.
Yeah, yeah, two or three shows. So this year's is a cleanup year.
Yep.
It's they got to clean up a lot. They know it to be able to build for the next decade plus. So hopefully they get it together and get it right. I don't know if you saw, but Deadpool Wolverine's supposed to have a trailer drop for the Super Bowl. So that's going to be fun.
Also, did you hear that Wolverine's gonna have his cow?
Yeah, I heard it's like fantastic. And also I hope this is like a true trailer, not that somebody I don't know if you heard, but they was talking about that college football was supposed to have a trailer for the championship game or it's supposed to be
Oh,
dropping soon.
okay.
And we ain't got none. And then EA even came out and said, yo, we ain't even got a release date. So I hate y'all. I truly hate y'all. So hopefully this is real. But
As a
I'm
matter of fact, when does it come out? Come out
uh,
this year, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
In summer.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's see.
Yep. Supposed to
February,
drop
March,
this year.
April,
So
May, June. Was it July?
yeah, the season
5 months.
starts in August, so it should drop around July-ish, early August, late July, early August. It should be dropping.
Wait, no, that's talking about the movie. When is it
Oh,
coming
the
out?
movie. Oh, the movie is July.
So yeah, it's about right. You want to get it between the 6 month window. So what's it? So you said February,
Yeah,
Super Bowl. So March, April, May, June. I'm gonna say July. I'm just gonna say July to be safe. I think it's July.
yeah, I think it is.
So yeah, about 5 months. So yeah, that's about right. Okay, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
and
Uh,
it's a major, and the Super Bowl is a major event. You're gonna have a lot of eyeballs, so that's where you want it.
yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense, bro. I hope that's true. By the way, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they wait 3 months until 3 months out from the movie being released to drop it. But I could see Super Bowl. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And our boy Jay in the building. What up, Jay?
What that dude?
What up? What up? But yeah, it's gonna probably do it for us, man.
Yeah, man. That was
Listen,
good.
guys, it was a real good one, man. Listen, we appreciate y'all, man, geeking out with your boys, man, on this Saturday, on this early Saturday moan.
You.
Definitely appreciate the support, man. Like I said, we're trying to grow this thing. We're trying to get to our first 100, man. We're getting there. We also appreciate, man, if y'all will hit that like button on your way up, man. Please, everybody, hit that like button, man. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps build that algorithm up, man, so we can find more geeks like yourself to join us here. We'll be back here next Saturday, guys. You already know how we do it, man. We'll be back here next Saturday, same geek time, same geek channel. Yes, sir, it is. TGK, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, listen, we'll be back here next Saturday, man. Same geek time, same geek channel, and we out.
You.